WWJD. What would Joni do? Joni Mitchell, that is. If she were to do an Ignite talk, well, she'd sing, of course. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Joni wrote that song a long time ago, and as cliche as the message is, we still haven't got it. That message of living your life with value, of appreciating the things that are important before they're too gone, hasn't sunk in yet. It certainly hadn't for me until the lesson was forced upon me against my will. Tonight, I hope to impart some of what I learned to you so that before it's too late, before those things that you value the most go away, you learn to appreciate them with everything you have. This is a story about why being robbed was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. But before I get to that story, I want to do a little bit of a check with all of you. If you stop for a moment and forget about what you're hearing from me right now, and just let your mind wander, I bet you have a long list of things that you want to accomplish. I lived my life with a to-do list. I thought that if my life was going to get ahead, that I needed to get things done. And the life list that I was creating grew and grew and grew. I was really obsessed with being an organized person. I wanted a very organized playlist. I wanted a beautiful, perfectly tagged Flickr library. A lot of us are guilty of that. Some of you might not be organization freaks, but we all have priorities that we want to accomplish. And it's this idea that if we finish these, we'll have a simpler life. Well, I was working on all of that, and also working on building my career by going to networking events. And I was at a Emerging Leaders event, and I came home at about 10 p.m. and realized my house had been broken into. The first thing that I noticed was gone was my laptop. And you can say, "Aw." I was pissed off about that. Immediately after, I realized, right beside it, my backup drive was gone. That's the reaction I was hoping for. So, in a flash, all of those things that I was just really focusing on getting done, my perfect iTunes playlist, my Flickr library, were gone immediately. Every computer file that I owned was gone. And I realized I had a choice. How was I going to react about this? It changed my life, because everything that I was spending so much time working on was gone. And I thought to myself, why was I spending so much time on that? And I learned a bunch of valuable lessons. Number one, remember to back up the really important things. But number two, if you don't have a backup, make sure that's okay. That you can live your life with so much happiness, so much passion, and so much effort into what is really important that if you don't have a backup, that's okay. So you have a choice, and you can make that decision right now about how you're going to live your life. Are you going to spend your time on this to-do list, on making your life organized so that you can, when that to-do list is done, you can be happy and simple? Or are you going to just enjoy life right now? So I learned that simplifying my life and just going out there and living life was what I wanted to do. And I learned a few very important things from friends, to just let things go, to not worry about being very organized. If somebody suggested that I wanted to watch a TV show, instead of saying, okay, I will watch it once I finish those other 5 that I'm working on, it's okay to pick up a TV show on season 4, episode 5. It doesn't matter. So just live life right now. It doesn't matter. Put your effort into just enjoying life. So if you were robbed tomorrow, you can say, that's okay, because all of those simple things, they don't matter if they're gone. So I want to leave you with a couple very important lessons. The first is, back up things. The one thing that I didn't lose was my photos, because they were backed up on Flickr. And I realized that the most important thing of all were those photos. So I have changed my life to live it by creating memories and more photos and more enjoyment. So simplify your life and ask yourself, are you spending too much time on the things that are not important? And are you spending enough time on the things in life that are truly irreplaceable? Focus your life on those things, because if you are robbed, you want to spend your time on what really matters.